Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. The midterm election is next week, and over the next 3 days, we'll talk to candidates for the vacant Missouri House District 147 seat. Today, we have Greg Tlapek, the Libertarian candidate. Good morning, Greg. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you, Elena.
So first, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and why you're here.
Well, thank you. And top of the morning to all of you. I am a Cape Girardeau native. I was born here. I went off, made a career for myself in commodity futures brokerage. And I did that up in Chicago, and I came back and had a branch office for a while. I no longer am a broker, but I do still trade commodities for myself. I've got my head stuck in the computer much too much of the day.
So then, is there one particular reason that really made you want to run for office?
I have a mission, and that is that we should have a multi-party system. I think that there are way too many people who are disenfranchised because for example, Republicans in St. Louis, Democrats in Cape Girardeau, Libertarians, Constitution, Green Party people everywhere. And I think that we miss out on having a lot of gray matter at the table because we are disenfranchised. And frankly, politics has become quite polarized. It's not even it can be a little bit scary that if you start to talk about politics, that the discussion can become uncivil. And I think that is fixable if we had a multi-party system.
And so then for you, what are some of the main issues that you think need to be addressed within this district?
One of the things about a multi-party system is that one of our House should represent all people. And so we have somebody, in my opinion, the state senator should be mostly interested in things in her district. I think that the state house should represent all of the House, and so it's not about trying to bring the pork home to Cape Girardeau. It's about what is best for the citizens of the entire state. And so my focus is on election issues, and I think if we had a multi-party system, that is just the very best thing that we could do. And if I were sent to the state house by some miracle, I would make that my passion, like our state senator made a passion of getting the drug database through, and she was able to get that done. So that is and then there are other election issues. I think that we could certainly improve the primary process so that we end up with a candidate who has a majority of the vote, and that's like conducting an instant runoff election after you have ranked your candidates by choice. So election issues that's my real passion.
And so then if elected, what's something that you would do differently or maybe try to change?
Well, just that. I would tirelessly focus on that, because I think that if we can bring more gray matter to the table, we can bring people who have real expertise in a variety of different subjects. And for example, I think the criminal justice system, I know we've had a rewrite of the criminal code not that many years ago, but I do feel like it's probably as true as it ever was, that you get all the justice you can pay for, and I really absolutely sympathize with people who are victimized by a system that's meant to help us all. And so that is something that I'm very concerned about also. And then education, I think that it is, and I hope that I don't get killed for this one, kind of the canary in the coal mine on this, but I think that we should have means-tested tuition, that education is not free. It's very expensive the way we do it, and I think if we could expose it to the free market, that it would make it much less expensive and improve it tremendously. And the way to do that would be with a means-tested tuition, so nobody's denied an education. But get parents invested in their kids' education. I know you all are paying, who have kids, you pay a ton. It costs you, they call it free. I know it costs you a ton still. But I think if we had tuition, means-tested, it would inject competition in a way that cannot be substituted.
And I know for a lot of voters, a lot of people, economy is top of mind for many. And so if elected, what would you do to help those constituents put more money into their wallets?
Well, this is wonderful. I think we have such tremendous opportunity in Missouri, and if any state would have it. If the state legislature would undertake to deregulate health care and make this the place where people wanted to come to either get health care or provide health care, the jobs that could be created. If you go to MissouriJobs.gov website, you'll see that they post job listings every day. And I was there on a couple days ago, and the top job listing is 8,000 job listings for registered nurses. And then all the next 4 were largely in the healthcare industry also. So that's where the jobs are. They're good jobs, they pay well, they're non-polluting. That's what we need to do. We need to deregulate healthcare and deregulate healthcare and deregulate healthcare until Missouri is the mecca for people who are looking to get or provide health care.
Well, Greg, we thank you for being here this morning and talking to us for a little bit. Just a reminder, Election Day, that is next Tuesday, November 8th. We will be right back.